Lately, I've been meeting a lot of home buyers who they don't have kids, they're not pregnant or expecting, although they do have plans for having a family down the road, but nothing immediate at the moment, and yet they're basing their home buying decisions upon what school district a certain home falls into. Now, at first I thought these people were maybe thinking to themselves, okay, well, if a school is awesome, then the neighborhood that has children that feeds that school is probably really awesome as well. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, and I can see how people would make that association. But no, what these people are saying is, I want my future children who currently don't exist to go to that school. So we're talking about something that is going to happen a minimum of 5 years from that time. Now, sometimes people are basing their decisions about whether a school is good or whether it's bad based on what they've heard. But oftentimes I find people are quoting the Fraser Institute rankings. So the Fraser Institute is a public policy think tank, and they base their scores for each school on the results from province-wide standardized literacy and numeracy tests that are administered in grade 3, grade 6, grade 9, and grade 10. And that's it. That's the criteria. That's the list. There are different indicators. There's, I'm sure, an algorithm that the Fraser Institute uses, but all of those different indicators are based upon the results from those tests that I just mentioned. And I think it's incredibly unfair to an individual school to base a score just upon results from those tests, and it's also incredibly misleading for the public. For example, one indicator that helps determine a school's score is an improvement of the grade 6 scores compared with the grade 3 scores. And that's fine if we're talking about the exact same students who are taking that test 3 years later, but how likely is that? This does not account for the fact that some schools, due to no fault of their own or to the neighborhood necessarily, or the quality of the neighborhood I should say, have high turnover. So how is that accounted for? You could have a very different group of students taking a test in grade 3 and then taking a test in grade 6. Not only that, but a school that manages to improve its standardized test scores from one year to the next still may fall down the rankings if their improvement doesn't happen to be above the average. Another thing that needs to be considered is that even if a school does poorly on those standardized test results, literacy and numeracy improvement plans are going to be implemented, and the school is going to receive extra resources in an attempt to try and boost student success. So coming from a former educator, I was in the public school system for 9 years, I can vouch for the fact that a school can undergo a lot of change in, let's say, a 5-year time span. So if you happen to be pregnant and you're 5 years away from having your child enter that school district, things can change quite a bit for the better over that time period. So you might be watching this video and you might be saying, okay, great, so the Fraser Institute rankings are not the be-all and end-all of how I evaluate a school, but how do I go about properly evaluating whether a school district is good and whether it's going to improve and etc. Have a look for my next video, so if you'd like and follow my page, you'll receive notifications as to when videos come out, and in the next one I'll quickly go through some things that you can do to try and help improve your knowledge about whether a neighborhood based on a school district is good or not. So thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.